Linda Raschke once said, "I never try to predict where the market is going, okay? I just observe what it's doing and ride it for a few short moves." Simple on the surface, but a deep philosophy that most traders never master. This single sentence encapsulates a career built not on predicting the future, but on reacting to the present with discipline and precision. For decades, Linda Raschke navigated the chaotic waters of financial markets with a poise that few could match, earning her a place among the legends and Jack Swagers, the new market wizards. Her approach wasn't about having a crystal ball. It was about understanding the rhythm of the market, the ebb and flow of price, okay? And having the mental fortitude to act on what she saw, not what she hoped for, okay? This simple yet profound idea is the cornerstone of her entire methodology, a principle that separates fleeting amateurs from enduring professionals. It's a lesson in humility, a recognition that the market is a powerful, untamable force, and the trader's job is not to conquer it, but to dance with it. Swing trading, for her, is like surfing. You can't control the ocean. You just catch the right wave, ride it, and get off before it crashes. Imagine a surfer staring at the vast, unpredictable sea. They do and try to command the waves, or guess which one will be the biggest of the day. Instead, they patiently wait, observing the patterns, feeling the underlying currents, and positioning themselves for the opportunity that presents itself. When the right wave forms, they commit, riding its momentum with skill and balance, right? Just as importantly, they know when the ride is over. They dismount gracefully before the wave collapses into a turbulent mess on the shore. This is Linda's vision of swing trading. The market is the ocean, a force of nature beyond any single person's control. A trader's job is to identify a nascent trend, a wave of momentum, and ride it for a short, profitable period. The goal isn't to catch the absolute bottom and sell at the absolute top. It's to capture the powerful, high probability middle portion of a move and then exit, preserving capital for the next opportunity. This metaphor perfectly captures the essence of her strategy. Respect the market's power, be patient, act decisively, and know when to get out. She avoids overcomplicated systems and endless indicators. Her focus, price action, volume, and key support, resistance levels. In an era where traders can clutter their screens with dozens of lagging indicators, each promising a secret edge, Linda's approach is a masterclass in simplicity and effectiveness. She operates like a minimalist, stripping away the non-essential to focus on the raw, unfiltered truth of the market. Her primary tools are the most fundamental ones. Price action tells her the what the market is actually doing right now. Volume reveals the how, the conviction and participation behind the move. A price surge on high volume carries far more weight than one on anemic volume. Finally, support and resistance levels provide the critical junctures where the battle between buyers and sellers is likely to intensify, offering high probability entry and exit points. By concentrating on these core elements, she cuts through the noise and confusion that paralyzes so many traders. Her charts are clean, her decisions are clear, and her strategy is robust because it is based on the foundational principles of supply and demand, not on a fragile, complex algorithm that might fail with the next market shift. The hardest part of trading isn't finding a system, it's sticking to it. Most traders fail not from lack of knowledge, but from lack of discipline. You can give two traders the exact same profitable system, and one will make a fortune, while the other will lose everything. Why? Because the market is a relentless psychological battlefield. It preys on our deepest human flaws: fear, greed, hope, and ego. A trader might know they should cut a loss at a specific point, but hope that it will turn around. They might know they should take profits at their target, but greed convinces them to hold on for just a little more. They might know their system says to stay out of a choppy market, but boredom and the fear of missing out, FOMO, push them into a low probability trade. Linda understood that a trading plan is worthless without the mental discipline to execute it flawlessly, day in and day out. The true challenge lies not in the charts, but in the mirror. It's about conquering your own emotional impulses and becoming a machine of execution. Following your predefined rules with unwavering consistency, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Linda cuts losses fast and clean. Losing small is the price of staying in the game. Letting small losses turn big is what kills accounts. This is perhaps the single most important rule for survival in the trading world. Every trader, no matter how skilled, will have losing trades. It is an unavoidable part of the business. Linda Raschke views these small, manageable losses not as failures, but as operational costs, the price of admission for being in the market and seeking out profitable opportunities. The critical mistake that destroys trading careers is allowing a small, manageable loss to metastasize into a catastrophic one. This often happens when ego gets involved. The trader refuses to admit they were wrong and holds on, hoping the market will come back and validate their initial decision. Linda's approach is the opposite. She is ruthless in cutting her losses. The moment a trade moves against her and invalidates her thesis, she is out. No hesitation, no second guessing. This relentless focus on capital preservation ensures that no single trade can ever knock her out of the game, allowing her to live to trade another day and wait for the high probability setups where her edge can play out. When emotions run high, she steps away. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. Reflection and journaling are more powerful than revenge trading. After a significant loss, or even a string of frustrating small ones, the natural human impulse is to jump right back into the market to make it back. This is revenge trading, and it's an emotional reaction, not a strategic one. It almost always leads to further, often larger, losses. Linda recognized this danger and cultivated the discipline to do the hardest thing in that moment. Nothing. Stepping away from the screen allows the emotional storm to pass. It creates the space for clarity and rational thought to return. Instead of chasing losses, she would use this time for productive reflection. She is a known advocate for journaling, meticulously documenting her trades, her thought processes, and her emotional state. This practice turns a losing trade from a painful event into a valuable lesson. By analyzing what went wrong, was it a flaw in the analysis or a failure in execution, she could refine her approach and avoid making the same mistake in the future. This transforms trading from a gamble into a process of continuous self-improvement. For Linda, trading is a long game. You, Dan T., have to win every trade. You just have to survive long enough for your winners to outweigh your losers. Many novice traders approach the market with a get-rich-quick mentality, seeking a single home run trade that will change their lives overnight. This mindset is a recipe for disaster. Linda Raschke, with her decades of experience, embodies the exact opposite philosophy. She thinks in terms of probabilities and longevity. Her goal is not to be right 100% of the time, an impossible feat. Instead, her entire strategy is built around creating a positive expectancy over a large series of trades. This means that, on average, her winning trades are larger than her losing trades. By cutting losses small and letting the occasional winner run, she ensures that even with a win rate of 50% or less, she remains profitable over the long term. The key is survival. By managing risk with an iron fist, she guarantees that she will always have the capital to take the next trade, and the next, and the next. She knows that as long as she stays in the game and sticks to her proven process, her statistical edge will eventually manifest itself. It's a marathon, not a sprint. On being a woman in a male-dominated field, she said, the market doesn't care if you're male or female. It only cares if you're disciplined. In the rough and tumble world of the trading pits in the 1980s and 90s, Linda was a trailblazer. Yet, she never saw her gender as a barrier or an advantage. She understood a fundamental truth about the market. It is the ultimate equalizer. A ticker tape doesn't know your name, your background, your gender, or your education. Ed is an impersonal arbiter of success and failure. The only thing that registers is your performance, which is a direct result of your strategy and, more importantly, your discipline. This perspective allowed her to cut through any potential biases and focus solely on what mattered, mastering her craft. Her success was not a statement about gender. It was a testament to the universal power of discipline, risk management, and psychological control. Her words serve as an inspiration, reminding everyone that in the arena of the market, merit is the only currency that counts. Her inclusion in Market Wizards proved that consistency and mental toughness matter more than brilliance or prediction. The Market Wizards series by Jack Schwager is a pantheon of trading gods, featuring legendary figures who achieved extraordinary returns. What makes Linda Raschke's story so compelling and instructive is that her success was underived from some secret, esoteric knowledge, or once-in-a-generation genius for predicting market turns. Instead, her superpower was her unwavering consistency and her mental resilience. She did the simple things better than almost anyone else, and she did them over and over again for decades. She showed up every day, followed her rules, managed her risk, and controlled her emotions. Her story demystifies success in trading. It shows that greatness is not necessarily about being the smartest person in the room, but about being the most disciplined. It's about building a robust process and having the mental toughness to execute it flawlessly, even under immense pressure. Her ultimate lesson: trading isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Win small, lose small, and repeat what works for decades. If you distill Linda Raschke's entire career down to a single, actionable philosophy, this is it. The pursuit of the perfect entry, the perfect exit, or a flawless winning streak is a fool's errand that leads to frustration and failure. The reality of trading is messy and imperfect. The path to long-term success is far less glamorous, but infinitely more effective. It is a process of grinding it out, day after day. It involves accepting small wins with gratitude and small losses with grace. It is about identifying a simple, repeatable edge and having the persistence to apply it consistently over thousands of trades across years and decades. It's not about brilliance, it's about endurance. Linda Raschke's legacy is a powerful reminder that in the world of trading, this persistent tortoise who masters the basics will always beat the brilliant but erratic hare